What's up, guys? I want to do an update video for my VFC Mark 18 Mod 1. I changed some parts around, so I'm going to go over that. Starting at the back, I switched to a Magpul CTR. This is a real Magpul mil spec, so I could run a QD swivel, and it's kind of a slimmer stock, kind of like that compared to the bulky crane stock. I did have a PTS CTR before, but I couldn't get my swivels to lock into place until right after I sold it, actually. So if you do have a PTS CTR and you're having issues with your swivel, you pretty much just want to push your swivel in there and kind of rotate it around until this plunger comes up, and it should be fine to use after that. Pretty much all Magpul now. MIAD, PMags, trigger guard, rail covers, and AFG2, pretty much all Magpul there. New optic is the primary arms, MD06, and the mount is the Dytac CNC Knights Armament Gen 2. You can find that on WGC Shop. It's a really cool mount. It has Knights Armament trademarks, and one of the biggest features it has is these removable spacers, so you can adjust the co-witness of the sight. Right now I have both spacers in there, so it's a lower 1/3 co-witness, which I can show you real quick. Hopefully this lines up correctly. As you can see, it's a lower 1/3 with the iron sights, so it lines up pretty well with that. Moving forward, VFC PEC 15 Element M600C mounted to the FMA replica of the SNS Precision Scout mount. Both are wired to a Night Evolution dual switch that I cut the rail grabbers off so that they fit between the rails there. I am getting a suppressor, so stay tuned for a video on that. It's the Alien Airsoft Knights Armament QD suppressor. Supposed to be a replica of the VFC, so stay tuned for that video. Should be pretty nice. Another thing I want to show you is the batteries that I use in this setup. I'm using these shorter. These are the Turnigi, however you guys want to say it. Nanotech 1000 mAh 20 to 40 C discharge. These are 11.1 volts, so 3-cell. See if I can get my butt pad off real quick so I can show you how the battery fits in there. I had to shorten the wires from using a crane stock, so it's a little different. Alright, so here's the inside. As you can see, it's a very tight space for a battery, so you want to make sure your lipos are pretty short. I did have 1200 mAh and they stuck out of my buffer tube. With this is the furthest in that my stock can go, which is perfect because that's the position I use anyways. But I'm going to slide that forward so you guys can see how the battery and such fits in there. Pretty slim fit, pretty much perfect as far as I think wiring can go with a buffer tube and a slim stock like this. So yeah, that is the battery setup I use. There's that. Another thing I want to show you guys is the Mcnutt Camo form. I wrapped my contour with it. It's very awesome. It's in multicam. Kind of breaks up the shape of the contour instead of it being a huge black blob on your helmet. Kind of has some camo properties to it. I also have a lens protector for my contour. I believe these are made by Kermit Airsoft. I think that's what he's known for on YouTube, but I know him as Chaz on Facebook. So if you're interested in one of these, definitely pick one up. I decided to protect my contour with both the wrap and the lens protector there. I also use the Mcnutt Camo form on my sling to kind of tidy up any excess webbing that I have. I also use it for the adjustment slider, as the Mcnutt Camo form is a little bit more grippy than the material on the slider there. As you can see, I use bits and pieces to tie anything down on the sling that I would want. It's very cool stuff. It clings to itself, so you can pretty much wrap anything with it. Finally, I want to show you guys an update to my Stark Arms Glock 19. I got the Crusader sight set. Originally these are kind of clear dots with white circles around them, but I had issues with those dots. They didn't really look that great, so I used a Sharpie paint pen to make my own dots. Hopefully you guys can see that. I think it came out pretty clean. It looks very nice. So definitely look into Sharpie paint pens if you're interested in making your own dots. This is a Crusader night sight, or night sight style. They're not luminescent or glowing, but they are steel sights. And be very careful when you're putting these sights in, as you do have to hammer it in, and it kind of marks up your slide a bit if you're not very careful. Better than the stock sight sets, because on my Stark Arms the rear sight would kind of slide around and almost fall out at random. So it's a very cool set. I believe it's $15 on WGC Shop, so definitely a worthwhile upgrade for your Stark Arms Glock 19. Otherwise, I believe Stark Arms takes real steel sights, so if you feel like spending $90 on a set of tritium sights, you can definitely do that. Alright, I think that's all I wanted to show you guys today, so thanks for watching. Stay tuned for a giveaway at 2,500 subscribers. Not really positive about the whole random giveaway thing, so I'm going to be trying something a little bit different. It's going to be a smaller prize, but hopefully it works out well, and that's how I will do giveaways in the future. So stay tuned for that. Any content you want to see, leave it in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.